Hey guys, it's Two Bricks back with episode 2 of my Midi-Scale Droid series. And today I have a couple of, well actually 3, smaller droids to show you, each of which is from a different era of Star Wars. And some of them haven't even officially made their debut yet because the thing that they're from hasn't come out. But we've gotten to see some pictures and things like that, so I've come up with designs for those droids to be able to show you guys. So we have the classic Mouse Droid from A New Hope. These are the guys that were afraid when Chewbacca roared at them, and they make that kind of comical sound as they scurry away. This is D-O, which is coming up in, he's going to be featured in episode 9. Apparently he's a buddy of BB-8's. We just got to see a couple of shots of him in the trailer, and then at, I believe it was at Star Wars Celebration, they had a full-scale model of him on stage that was rolling around and fully functional, so you got to kind of get a really good look at him. So I was able to build this model off of that. And then this is BD-1, and he's going to be a little droid featured in the upcoming Jedi Fallen Order video game. And he's just such a cool little design. I just had to mock one of these up. And again, like with Dio, they have a full-scale model of this that was remote controlled and stuff for when they were promoting the game, I believe at E3. So I was able to get a really good look at the design through that, and able to recreate him to show you guys. So yeah, these are all to scale with each other. This is the whole kind of idea of the series, is to have droids similar to my Star Wars Fleet series, if you guys haven't seen that, to have all the different Star Wars creations all scale well with one another. So that's the idea here. So yeah, I'll just give you guys a quick look at each of them up close, call out any interesting design or building techniques or challenges, and yeah, without further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, so the Mouse Droid is the most simplistic, so we'll just start with that. It's primarily sideways built. The whole top structure here is, this is the correct kind of orientation for the plates, but to get that kind of slope shape where it's a shallower angle at the front and then a more steep curve at the back, I just felt like this was the best way to do it. And then the Mouse Droid also has these little kind of interesting bar details on the top. There's like these little curly wire elements that wrap around it, and I just felt like these modified plates with the bar on was a perfect piece to represent that. And then for the little wheels on the bottom, they're actually asymmetrical, which I didn't realize until I built this. The front ones are a lot more narrow and close together, and the back ones stick out much further. I guess that gives it a little bit extra support when it's taking those sharp corners around on the Death Star. So yeah, there's the Mouse Droid. Super simple and pretty easy to do, but yeah, it's a cool little Star Wars droid. And next we'll take a look at Dio. So very little is known about this guy up until this point. When I first saw him, I kind of felt like he looked like the Pixar lamp brought to into the Star Wars universe, which is a really cool idea. Like you could almost imagine, you know, the kind of stand for the Pixar lamp, and then the way that the head is, that's very simplistic cone shape. In the real model, this guy has, I think, 3 antennae that stick out of the back, but I just have one to represent that because it's just, you know, it's more simplistic. And it's such a small scale, I just feel like I didn't want to overcrowd it too much. To get the cone head, or the cone head shape, was tricky to figure out exactly how much width to give it and stuff like that, but it ended up just being fairly simple with a single plate on either side of one of these modified bricks with the 4 plates. So pretty easy on that. And then just for his eyes, I have this grill piece because he has these kind of 3 lines denoting what look like eyes. I don't know what they actually will end up being in the movie. And then the whole bottom part of it here is kind of this wheel assembly. So this central part will rotate, and that's how he gets around. And then this part stays static, and if he wants to bend forward or back, this whole thing kind of swivels. In the official model, he's going to swivel around this central point, not around this slightly lower point. But, you know, it gives it the action that it needs. He can dip his head forward and back, and then, you know, that kind of allows him to have emotion and stuff like that, and then he can rotate his head side to side, so he can peek around corners and things like that. So most of the mobility that you would expect from this guy, I believe I have in here. Of course, he'll probably have a bunch of little tricks up his sleeve like BB-8 does that we haven't seen yet, which will be in the movie. So it'll be interesting to see if I have to do any modifications to this design once the movie comes out to try to accommodate any of those things. All right, next we have BD-1, not to be confused with the actor BD-1 from the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World franchise. I wonder if the creators of this are fans of that guy. I don't know. But yeah, this guy's such an interesting little design. It's almost like kind of an ATST, but ultra miniaturized. It's like a little chicken walker, but small. He's got these cool kind of light up panels that sit at an angle on the back of his head. So that's why I have these blue trans dark blue pieces back here, or trans regular blue. I have these trans blue pieces anyway. And then this is a trans light blue piece for the kind of circuitry detail that he has on the back of his body. His legs are posable. He can move his ankle joints, his knee joints. All of this can be angled in any way that you like. And then the body is a very simple, just a couple of, there's a Technic brick plugged into one of these 1x1 bricks with the 4 studs on the side. And as far as complexity goes, most of it went into the head design. So he has the ability to angle his head independently, and then the neck separately from that, forward and back. And I used this stickered piece, which is from a city, it was like a city buggy that came out a few years ago that I really liked, and I picked that one up. And luckily, it just has the perfect amount of red in the sticker to kind of convey this paneling detail that he has on the side of his head. And then at the front, he has, this is like a holographic projector, and this is, I guess, a sensing eye camera kind of thing. And it's hard to tell, but there's red around that, behind the sensing eye, and then the eye itself is blue, whereas this one has like a really tiny pinprick hole in it in the real thing. And then I used a flower piece to represent the little kind of pinprick hole that this projector has, and that just ended up working out just perfectly. So, and also I have a rubber band around this part just because there's a couple of angled plates that come down at 45 degrees on kind of on the side, and it has this interesting shape to it. And I just wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted to kind of indicate or call that out a little bit on the design. And having a rubber band on there kind of, to me, it just sells it a little bit better than if it wasn't on there. I don't know if it's entirely necessary, but I don't know, I thought it looked cool. But I'll let you guys be the judge of that. So yeah, there is BD-1. He looks like he's going to be scurrying around and getting into all kinds of fun mischief in the game. Kind of like if you guys ever played Ratchet and Clank, ever played those games, I believe it's going to be kind of that kind of situation. He's your robot buddy, and he can get into all the little spaces and do all the little things that the main character can't do. So yeah, there he is. Just stand him up straight, and he feels like he's always kind of looking up with this puppy dog expression of just like, you know, pick me up, play with me, show me attention. So there he is. All right, you guys, so there's all the droids so far all together. I think they make a really nice little family thus far. A lot of the droids that are going to be coming up get quite a bit bigger, so yeah, this is definitely on the smaller side. So yeah, if you guys enjoy the video, I really appreciate the thumbs up. If you guys didn't enjoy it, I would love to know what you think I could do better, and you know, go ahead and thumbs down and comment to let me know why. So I really appreciate that, you guys, and I'm going to get to work on the next video. I think I'm going to be doing some astromechs next, so that will be fun. I mean, I guess technically these guys are astromechs, but you know what I mean. The classic R2 series kind of droids. So yeah, that'll be really fun. All right, you guys, so I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and may the Force be with you.